So it's day two, start of day two of our Wales trip, and we're all in the pits at the moment, just doing some modifications. We had some damage last night. I've just had to realign my rear arch to stop it catching on the wheel. John's here, he's got a stone stuck in his sump guard. There's some chaps that arrived last night who are going out on bikes today, so it's good to see them. And today we're hoping to tackle Strata Florida, so see what time we get going, and we'll hopefully have a good day. Can you see the problem from there, John?
Yeah.
You see it under there?
Going to wheel arch, we are actually touching it, so as you can see it, I think that will have to come off and have a bit of persuasion with a hammer to reshape it.
So it's actually touching the gearbox, isn't it?
Yeah.
Oh, and the engine as well.
Yeah.
The other end.
So I think I'll
have her off.
quickly get her off, have a bit of a whack with a hammer, see how it goes.
Well, we've got a good hammer. And I've just had to sort this arch out. It's been catching on the wheel down here. We've been taking some good chunks out of the tyres, so. There's these guys here on the bikes. So they're going to have a good day. They go to the same place as we are, but they'll be setting off earlier.
I need to like stand on it so it doesn't.
This is the official way to reshape your sump guard.
Doing an oil change whilst it's off.
Looks like you've been cooking on it.
Perfect.
Just two?
Well, it's just close to the exhaust.
Yeah. I think it was actually touching it slightly earlier.
Yeah. I think it's clear now.
Yeah.
You filming it?
Yeah. Is it fixed then?
It might be in a minute, yeah.
Is it a bit too modern?
It's a new bolt. Is it a bit, what?
Is it a bit too modern? Is it just
Yeah,
like...
just a bit.
Well,
Well, it's 12 years old. It's like brand new, isn't it?
After repair time was over, we saddled up and headed for Llandovery. With size car still proving to be problematic, we opted to split the group up into two. With half the group setting off towards the first green lane, the rest of us stayed behind to help Si diagnose the problems with the Mark 1. After an hour or so's hard graft watching Vern, Freddie and Si work on the Mark 1, we finally hit the road and headed out of Llandovery. Okay, day two, we have now finally set off. It's 12 o'clock midday. We've had a few problems this morning. Si's car is still broken, but he's just said he doesn't care, we're going anyway. So hopefully we'll be okay. The rest of the group have set off about an hour before us, so they should be on the Strata Florida already, and we're just heading up there now. But before too long, we had stumbled across the perfect place to stop for lunch.
Yeah. This is where everybody gets out, stop shacking on the back.
That one I bought from London last week is like that. Is that a really cheap one?
So we've got a problem here that Jimmy's found.
Totally shot all the way along.
That's just normal.
But it got filler, it's full of filler.
The shackle is broken.
Yeah, I've never seen that before.
But it'll be fine, won't it, Jimmy?
I think it will.
Yeah, I think so.
It may have been broken for some time. It's entirely possible it's been like that all weekend.
We haven't even done any off-road yet either. No, never mind. We've got some big cable ties. As we were finishing our lunch stop, Team 1 had reached the first green lane. We had finished our lunch and were back on the road, and after a very scenic drive around the reservoir, we were ready to start the first lane.
The coil's really hot actually. I think it is the coil.
So we've just stopped to video everyone coming through this water, and Si's actually broken down again, so it looks like we're staying here for a little bit. Si had finally diagnosed the root of all his problems as a faulty and overheating ignition coil. Shortly after this, we reached the end of the lane and hit the tarmac, hot on the heels of our cohorts. Meanwhile, nearly an hour ahead of us, and with Jacob at the helm, Team 1 had reached the Strata Florida. The group at the front were progressing well through the first section. We had reached the beginning of the lane. So we're just driving down the Strata Florida now, and we just had to stop because size got a bit warm again, but this is fantastic. The weather is clear and the day is good.
The bonnet might be about to be removed.
Yeah, it's just a slight, small modification.
We're going to road.
Oh,
I think we are, yeah.
It's got to be done. It's got to be roadkill.
you don't need a bonnet really. Plus, it might give better weight distribution having the bonnet.
The bonnet on the roof.
Yeah.
Spoiler.
Aerofoil.
Oh, yeah, because you don't want to take off over a boulder.
Just under Jimmy's car, and his exhaust mount is broken. So what are we going to do, Jimmy?
Bungees.
Bungee! There we go. All fixed for more action.
Nice and bouncy.
That's not going to move anywhere, that one. In fact, I doubt we'll be able to get it off. As I get run over.
This one's actually possibly long for me.
Is that going to fix the problem then, Si?
Yes. Yes, well if it doesn't, it still looks cool, doesn't it? Like,
There's Safari Panda.
yeah. Hot rod. Literally. Mostly just hot.
As we neared the end of the first section, we could see pandas on the horizon. We had caught up with the first group. The second section began with a lot of water. We left the bikes to it and headed out down the relief road to join the track 100 metres further along. At this point we said goodbye to John and Gavin in the Mark III. The newer Panda had been doing fantastic up until now, but after ripping a tyre they decided to head back to base before doing too much more damage. Explain what you've done, Jimmy.
What I've done, I've let Nick drive the car. It's going so well. I failed to guide her correctly in the route to take, and therefore...
On that flat bit of road just there?
I was talking to her.
If you take too long to change the tyre, you get murdered by a killer tyre as well.
Which is now back in its rightful position.
Yeah.
It's not locked away anymore. Like it could
He
escape.
put rubbish tyres on it. That's what he did.
Well, mine, but that's a knackered one at the front.
What did you pop it on?
I have no idea.
As section 2 drew to a close, we grabbed chance for a breather and a catch up with the bikers. What's your excuse, Keith?
Oh, okay. You want to say a few words?
Collection of broken parts in your boots on.
Yeah, that's my wheel arch liner.
Apparently my interior is fine for chucking stuff in.
Well, don't worry. When I do the same as you can slam everything in my car.
It's cool. Like I said, thrill on the dog guards fit perfectly.
Is that the hole?
Yeah.
Stick my finger in the hole.
That's
pretty.
that's 1,000 miles on that tyre, isn't it? After a short break, we set out along the final section. It wasn't long before we reached one of the most iconic sections of the Strata Florida, the bomb hole. after my failed first attempt, Jacob set the standard and showed us the way. Well done, Jacob.
Got the bug bar, which is you're committed now. Rob. Right. Yeah. How's the spotlight doing?
Fine.
After the bomb hole, it was onwards to tackle the various river crossings throughout the final section. As we emerged from the woods, we were presented with a comparatively smooth and dry road to the finish. So that's it, guys. Strata Florida in a Fiat Panda 4x4 complete, and now we're off for tea.
Take me back to that place where you used to run and play, and I'll join you. Yeah, I'll join you. Take me back to the gates, to your secret getaway, and I'll join you there. Yeah, I'll join you there.
Bonnet off, and we've stolen his spare wheel, and he hasn't even noticed. It was right in his engine bay. He's just checking everything's secure before we set off, but he's still. Oh, now he's noticed.